Welcome to the Gatemen Postgame Show. I'm Sam Corman, joined by our Jacob Tobey and our Connor Federico. The Gatemen fall 6-4 to the Bourne Braves today here at Spillane Field. A rough go for the pitching staff, Joey Matulovic and Mason Fioli. What went wrong for Matulovic, the starter, in the fourth inning?
Well, like the Gatemen tonight, I lost. Props to you.
Thank you very much.
Champion of the best dress competition.
It's the bow tie. It carried me to victory.
Yeah, I don't know why my pink tie just didn't do it tonight. Anyways,
Dog pants didn't do it either.
Yeah, no. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. It was that fourth inning. 5 straight singles let up by Joey Matulovic. Just didn't have it. I mean, his fastball, he was throwing fastball after fastball. He lost his curveball command, and there were 6 hits in that inning alone, and then it just, you lose one inning and it gets away from you. The whole game really got away from you after that.
Yeah, and credit the Bourne hitters, too, for that 6 innings and 7 at-bats in that inning as well.
Well, again, it was just one inning individually that got away from Joey Matulovic and Mason Fioli. I thought both their stuff was really good at the outset, and just when these innings, they start to pile up on you and you start to feel the fatigue and the fastball gets away from you, then your other pitches, you can't locate those as well. You can't change the speeds or the eye levels on the hitters. It can really become a struggle. And when you have to guess against pitchers that are so good and have such velocity like Fioli and Matulovic, sometimes you're going to guess right. And that's what happened for the Bourne lineup tonight.
Yeah, Fioli gave up 2 runs. A nice job by Grant Wolfram, who came in with the bases loaded, 1 out in that inning, and got out of it unscathed, kind of saving Fioli's ERA a little bit at the end of that inning. And to talk more about the pitching, Claudia Chakamian spoke with our head coach, Don Sneddon. Claudia?
Thanks, guys. Claudia Chakamian with head coach Don Sneddon. Coach, when I spoke to you earlier, they weren't getting those timely hits. You had those good hits in the first. They still weren't. So what was happening throughout the rest of the game that you still weren't getting those?
Well, it's back to our pitching. It wasn't really our hitting. I mean, we should have we had very poor pitch selection as hitters. We swung at pitches out of the zone, and I think I had 18 pitches, if I'm not mistaken, that we swung at that we shouldn't have swung at. So you can't hit at that level. And then our pitching, we walked some guys, we threw fastballs over the middle of the plate. We just can't do that.
So, and Mason Fioli didn't have the same stuff that he has had in his previous outing. So, do you think it was just an off day for him and he just bounced back?
Well, he lost his breaking ball. So all he did was throw the fastball, and he can't do that. And he tried to compete with it, just couldn't hit the spots. That happens in pitching. It's not a perfect sport. It's not a perfect pitchers just can't throw perfect all the time. But when you're going out there with only one pitch, it's just not going to work.
And tomorrow night, we're back at home. We're playing YD, a team you haven't seen yet. So you guys are playing now this 3rd team in a row that you haven't seen yet. So how are you guys trying to adjust to all these new teams?
Well, it's the same thing for us. We do everything the same. We just got to be able to do what we do best. We can only control what we can control, not what they do. So if we throw strikes and play some defense and get a timely hit, we're going to be in the game. If we don't do that, we'll struggle because everybody in here is a very good team.
What can you expect from YD? They've been playing very well to start off the season. So have you done any scouting on them to see what they're doing, or are you just going to go in tomorrow, same plan?
No, we don't scout, but we look at some stats and a few things like that, but they're 3-time defending champions, so they're going to be a good club.
And how are you just going to move on? This was a tough loss for you guys. Just didn't look like you did, especially after last night's win. So just put it behind you and start over tomorrow?
That's what this game is about. Luckily we don't have to wait very long. So tomorrow we get to forget about tonight and go back out tomorrow and play.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Claudia. Welcome back to the Gatemen Postgame Show. Jacob Tobey, Connor Federico, Sam Corman. 3rd place in today's dress competition.
I think we're all tied for first.
I
think
take
you all
3rd,
look
though.
great.
Matt Feld finished 2nd somehow. He looked gross, but somehow was able to come away with 2nd.
Throwing shade.
Yes, for sure.
Back to baseball.
Yes, back to baseball. Jarren Duran, a light positive out of this day. John Topa as well, getting 2 more hits. But overall, the lineup today wasn't there. What was wrong?
Well, I think the Gatemen hitters, they might have been resting on their laurels too much after the 11-0 victory against Scituate. It really sort of changes things for this Gatemen lineup. And talking to Coach Sean Callahan today before the game, he says, man, I really hope we can follow yesterday's performance up with a similar one today. They just didn't do it. I think the Gatemen hitters let it get away from them a little bit, and it was pretty much the same lineup as the win yesterday at the Kettleers. Just a different result today, and the Gatemen hitters were not as good.
Yeah, I want to say one thing positive about the lineup. There was a change. Jarren Duran goes down to the 8th spot today.
Yeah.
You see where he could do damage at the 1 spot, at the 2 spot, at the 8th spot. Now you have Kyle Castro, who's going to be leading off. We're going to talk about Stephen Kwan coming in here from Oregon State. He's going to be a leadoff candidate as well. So I mean, this lineup has 4, and Tristan Pompey can lead off too. So I mean, that's 4 guys that can come in here and do damage at the top of the order. So it was good to have Duran down in the bottom of the order because he showed what he could do, 3 for 3 RBI runs scored. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely. A good day for Duran. Another positive, John Topa stays above 300 going with 2 hits today, and he's just been consistent throughout the whole season. Hitting above 300, he's probably been the most consistent guy in the lineup. Is that fair to say?
Over the whole course of the season, yes, but I mean Tanner Dodson's hitting continues to just be outstanding, out of this world, whatever you want to call it.
He just doesn't have enough, games to be qualified for the league leading and batting average because he would be up top 10 right now.
The double in the first inning to kind of wow us all after that big performance yesterday. So some hitters performed pretty well, but overall the Gatemen, it results in a 6-4 loss here at Spillane Field. Back in action tomorrow. First, Claudia Chakamian spoke with Gatemen second baseman Jarren Duran after the game. Claudia?
Thanks, guys. Claudia Chakamian with the Gatemen player of the game, Jarren Duran. You went 3 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a stolen base. This was your first game back in a few days. You had an off day yesterday. So how did it feel getting back out there today?
It felt good. I miss these guys. I love playing with them every day.
And so you're batting in the 8th spot today. Usually when we've seen you up at the top of the lineup. So what were you trying to do to give the bottom of the lineup some extra power and offense?
I was just trying to get on because, I've been struggling and the guys at the top of the lineup have been hitting good. So, I was just trying to be a place setter and get on base for the big guys.
And like you just mentioned, you have been struggling a little bit. So how did it feel to get those hits and get that RBI tonight?
It felt good. Whenever you get a hit, it's always a confidence booster.
And you were saying that how much you enjoy playing with the guys. So what has your overall experience been like here in the Cape so far?
Oh, it's been fun. It's just everybody on this team is a character and it's just always smiling, always laughing every day.
So you guys have another home game both tomorrow and Monday. So how are you hoping to rebound and play well again at home, which you guys have been doing pretty well with so far this season?
We just got to play our game. We got all of our elements today. We fell behind some counts, but, we just got to play our game.
Great. Thanks, Jarren. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Claudia. The Gatemen once again fall 6-4 to the Bourne Braves. Tomorrow, back in action once again at Spillane Field. They're taking on the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox, which is the final team in the league that the Gatemen have not seen yet this season, and they're a pretty good one coming in here. Coverage tomorrow will begin at 5 p.m. Any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, they're really good in the East, and I'm really looking forward to a battle between these two teams, especially here at Spillane. It's only one of 2 times that the Red Sox will come here, and it should be a good crowd on hand, especially for a beautiful Sunday we're expected to get.
Any thoughts, sir?
Scott Pickler, the manager with his 20th season with YD, he's just been a mastermind, 3 straight championships. Got to respect him and got to respect their team. They're having another great season. But remember, each time they won the championship, they weren't the best team in the league. And right now it's arguably said that they could be the best at them, Orleans. So just watch out for them. They're always going to be in it. But I won't be here tomorrow, so have fun, guys.
Yeah, don't forget a weird start time here at Spillane Field for a Sunday game. It's a 5:30 p.m. game, which means you should check out the Gatemen pregame show presented by South Coast Health. That'll be up at around 5 p.m. Thank you for watching this edition of the Gatemen postgame show. For Jacob Tobey, for Connor Federico, I'm Sam Corman, checking out on this July 1st evening here in Wareham.